Welcome to Beyond the Nebula, where humanity doesn't just survive, we rewrite the stars. These original HFY stories explore what happens when humans show the galaxy what we're truly made of. They called it a once-in-a-galactic lifetime discovery. In the uncharted reaches of the Outer Rim, orbiting a dying red star, lay a planet so ancient it didn't even appear on any navigational logs. No trade routes, no military scans, not even myths. To the Galactic Explorers Guild, that meant one thing: buried history. They named the planet Threxia, though its true name was carved into Cyclopean stone monuments, eroded and unreadable by any known translation system. The surface was a wasteland, shattered architecture, bone-dry seas, mountain-sized machines rusted into silence. Atmospheric scans showed the world hadn't supported life in over 1 million standard cycles. To Vorik, lead archaeologist of the Guild's Omega Division, this was the find of his life. "We're looking at pre-Elder civilization structures," he whispered, running a clawed hand over a block of obsidian-like material etched with glowing veins. This could be the progenitor species, the ones who came before everything. His team exchanged nervous glances. That phrase, "the ones who came before," was dangerous. Religious orders had been burned over less. They began excavation on day 1. By day 3, they had uncovered 2 entire city blocks, roads made of nano-laced crystal, obelisks that hummed when touched, holograms that flickered into broken life but spoke no recognizable language. On day 5, they found the chamber. Sealed deep beneath a pyramid-like structure, the chamber was completely untouched by time or decay. In its center stood a massive circular console fused with the floor. Vorik approached it carefully, his scanning drone recording every micron. Then the console pulsed with blue light, a signal, encoded, ancient, and strangely familiar. The crew froze. "Is it active?" asked Lern, the xenolinguist. Vorik didn't answer. He was too busy passing the signal. As the data streamed across his display, he felt his pulse climb. Lines of structure, syntax, and logic. But not random, not alien. It was a greeting, one the Guild had not seen in over 10,000 years. Humanity was here. Humanity endures. Humanity watches. A silence hung over the chamber. Lern spoke first, his voice low. "That can't be right." "It's not just right," Vorik muttered. "It's flawless. The syntax, the redundancy loops, it's Earth standard, pre-Exodus era." "But Earth was lost," said Lern. "The humans vanished in the cataclysm. That was 1 million cycles ago." Vorik turned, his eyes burning. "Then someone lied, or they never left." The story exploded across the galactic net within hours. "Humans were first," blared headlines. "Academies rewrote their historical models. Religious sects rioted. Alien empires that once viewed humanity as a myth scrambled to locate any surviving colonies." But for Vorik and his team, it wasn't over. Because the signal wasn't just a greeting, it was a lock, and it was opening. They returned to the chamber on day 7. The console had shifted, revealing a spiral staircase descending into the dark. They descended slowly. No lights, no sound, just the hum of machinery older than most stars. At the bottom, they found a stasis pod. It was human, undeniably so. The pod's glass was etched with a single line, burned in atomic structure. "Do not wake unless the stars forget." Lern hesitated. "It's still active. He's alive." Vorik's hand hovered over the interface. Then it's time the stars remembered. He pressed the glyph. The awakening was slow. The human inside twitched, gasped, and finally opened his eyes, piercing, intelligent, ancient. He sat up without assistance, looked at each of them in turn. Then, in perfect modern galactic standard, he spoke. "Status report. How long have I slept?" Vorik could barely find his voice. 1,200,000 cycles, at least." The man nodded. Then the failsafe triggered. The galaxy forgot. It was time. His name was Commander Elias Kale, and he had been asleep since the fall of Earth's final stellar dominion. When humanity realized the coming Dark Age would erase them, they enacted the Echo Protocol, embedding their legacy in hidden worlds, sleeping sentinels buried deep in time. "We weren't just explorers," Kale explained. "We were architects. We seeded the stars, gave rise to dozens of civilizations, watched from shadows. But when the Concordant fell, we chose memory over extinction." "You built this place?" Vorik asked. "No, my ancestors did. I was the Watcher, the alarm. And now," Kale looked toward the surface, "now I finish what we started. Within days, Kale had restored sections of Threxia's ruined network. The planet's core still pulsed with energy from a long-dead Dyson system. He reactivated satellites, uplinked to dead relay nodes, and spoke of human science lost to time, matter folding, neural echo logic, living architecture. The Guild could barely comprehend it. More stasis pods were found, hundreds, maybe thousands, humans, all waiting, all armed with the knowledge of a bygone golden age. The galaxy panicked. If humanity was truly the first, what did that mean for everyone else? Who granted them dominance? Who allowed the children of other stars to grow? Were they being farmed, protected, judged? Some empires threatened war. Others sent ambassadors. The Council of Seven Suns convened an emergency session. Kale attended. He did not kneel. He stood in the center of their chamber, unarmed, dressed in a simple black uniform bearing no insignia. His voice was calm. "We are not your enemies. We are not gods. We are not conquerors. But we remember everything." A Zarn emissary growled, "You had no right to vanish, no right to return and unsettle the balance." Kale replied, "We gave you the galaxy. The mistake was assuming you wouldn't destroy it. We're here to correct the course." "Through war?" Kale smiled sadly. "Through example." Over the next months, the reawakened humans spread not as conquerors, but as teachers, engineers, diplomats. They brought peace to war zones, repaired broken megastructures, cured ancient plagues. They walked worlds that had forgotten them, and rekindled awe in the eyes of those who'd once dissed humanity as myth. Yet behind their compassion was unshakable strength. Everyone knew, if provoked, these ancestors would fight with knowledge and fury forged across eternity. One fleet tested them, once. The Battle of Sevrak lasted 47 seconds. A planetary defense fleet of 9,000 ships ceased to exist in less than a minute. Disabled, not destroyed. Kale's people never fired to kill. The message was clear. We could. We choose not to. Vorik stayed with Kale throughout the transition. "Do you think the galaxy will ever accept you?" he asked. Kale stood atop the ruins of Threxia, now restored to a shimmering beacon of life. "They don't need to accept us," he said. "They need to remember what it means to be us." It was not domination. It was restoration. Humanity had not returned to conquer the stars. They had returned to remind them who built them. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like and comment. It helps us reach more sci-fi fans like you. And if you love tales where humans shake the galaxy, subscribe to Beyond the Nebula for weekly uploads. Original story by Beyond the Nebula, AI-assisted, human-created. Narrated by Beyond the Nebula. New episodes every week.